All right, so welcome to unboxing a Gretsch Renown shell pack. This is the RN2J483. So this is a 7-ply maple set. I went with silver oyster pearl finish, which I thought would be awesome. And it's a 14x18 kick, 8x12 rack, and 14x14 floor tom. And I'm really excited to check them out and see what they sound like. So let's get started. All right, this I assume is just going to be mounting hardware. Well, let's find out. I should mention that I had this all ordered special for me by the awesome guys at Columbus Percussion. If you're in Columbus, that's where you should get all of your drum stuff. All right. Let's see. Oh, they gave me a Gretsch drum key. It's very nice. Bass drum, tension rods, and lugs. This appears to be... Oh, this is probably the bass drum riser hardware, because it's an 18-inch kick. So if you need to lift it up a little bit so that your beater hits it where you want it to, I assume that's what that is. Tom mounting arm. Awesome. And take a wild guess and say this is probably floor tom legs. Yes, indeed. Floor tom legs. Wow, that's really sturdy hardware. I've had a lot of 14-inch floor toms. I don't think I've ever had legs this substantial. That's awesome. Alright. Let's get to the big box first. I can't wait. I really want to see the kick drum. I've been waiting so long for this. Alright. This feels like heads. We'll investigate that in a second. Drum channel 30-day free trial. Awesome. Not going to say no. Hoop number 1. And it has a little strip of the finish wrap on it. That's really nice. God, it's going to be beautiful. And it looks like it's both the kick drum and my rack top. Yep. Okay. God, it's beautiful. Okay, so it's gorgeous, first and foremost. Looks like it comes with factory heads on it, which I am going to be taking off because I want to set this up for my sound and check out what it sounds like. It's got a suspension mount, which is nice. And yeah, like I said, 7-ply maple. I believe that Renowns have a 30-degree bearing edge, and it's got what they call the silver sealant inside, which I had no idea what that was. But looking inside, there is a reflective silver coating on the inside of the shell here, which I've never seen before. So that must be the silver sealer, and we'll check that out in a little bit. So yeah, here's the 12x8. In a little bit, I'll pop the factory heads off, put my own heads on, and see what it sounds like. Oh, here it is. The kick drum. Oh, God, look at that. Again, 8-ply. Silver sealer inside there. I love this finish. This wrap is beautiful. Again, very substantial hardware. These are very solid legs. And I can't wait to get this tuned up and see what it sounds like. Let's see what is in here. I've got my other hoop. And it looks like capped off down at the bottom here, this has got a little extra. Is this just cardboard? Yeah, it's just cardboard. It faked me out. Okay. Awesome. Then that must mean that this is my 14 by 14 floor. Yep. I remember reading on the website that apparently these Renowns have what they call the 302 hoop, if I'm remembering that right, which is supposed to sit somewhere in between a normal flanged hoop and a die-cast hoop, and it's the same hoops that they put on their Broadcaster and their Brooklyn drums. So I'm excited to check those out too, because I've never seen them before. Look at that. God, I'm glad I picked this thing. Because it's even more beautiful in person than I thought it was going to be. Again, super substantial hardware. God, look at that. This is really well put together. Okay, again, factory heads. Looks like it's Remo. Probably this is an Emperor, probably an Ambassador on the bottom. Very similar to what I'm going to do, but I still want to use my own heads. Okay, I'm going to take all of the factory heads off and get these things ready to put my own heads on. Let's get started with that. I gotta say, now that I'm picking it up, these 302 hoops are a lot heavier than a normal flanged head. I'll bet you they are exactly what they claim to be, halfway between die cast and flanged. Which is just about the coolest thing I've ever heard. Beater Rezo. All of the appropriately sized tension rods all separated out. Okay. Alright, well let's do the toms first then. Okay. So the reason that I wanted this particular kit is because I needed something smaller, didn't take as much room on stage, but I was hoping it would still have like a big, you know, rock and roll funk sound. I didn't want a bop kit. I didn't want it to have that much ring to it. I wanted it to be kind of punchy and more attack heavy and work better for rock and blues and funk and pop, but still be small and easy to move around. And I think I found that in this, but we'll find out in a second. But that's what guided my head choices. Didn't want to go too thin with too much sustain, so I'm going to do a pretty classic combination that you see most everywhere, which is a clear Emperor on top and a clear Ambassador for my Rezo head. So let's go ahead and start with my rack tom, resonant side. There we go. Not bad, but I think I want a little bit lower pitch. cry. Yeah, I'll be happy with that. Jeepers creepers, what is buzzing though? That's pretty damn good. Okay, on to the kick drum. Let's start the process of all of the bass drum tension rods. You gotta be kidding me. That sounds incredible. Oh man. Alright. I got it all set up and tuned up. There's a couple things I might change. I might end up picking a different kick drum head. We will see. But overall, I think it sounds exactly how I wanted it to sound.